Hey everybody. So today I'm going to walk you through my training plan, and specifically we're going to focus on how I record and account for cross training in an ultra training plan. Now, the screen that I'm showing you right now is my personal plan. I'm not currently building for an ultra, but I am maintaining 30 to 40 miles a week. And that is total miles, which does include what I consider quote unquote cross training miles. So I'm going to show you how exactly that works, how I've set up my spreadsheet so that, if you're interested in cross training and integrating that into your plan, but you're really uncomfortable with the fact that you're not going to get a total number for miles for the week, this is going to help you. Now, first and foremost, if you haven't seen my video on the importance of time on feet versus miles, and just the time on feet is really the only thing that actually matters in your training plan, you should definitely go check out that short as well on my YouTube channel, because that explains how you actually don't really have to track miles. But I know that, we're all human. We like to see total miles for the week because most training plans are set up with a total mileage goal. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. Also, if you're interested in grabbing a training plan like this, head over to my Patreon, which is linked on YouTube and elsewhere. And all these training plans, training plans just like these in Excel spreadsheet form that you could download and customize to add columns just like this are available. So go check that out. Okay, so, here at the start of the plan, pretty typical, we're tracking the dates and the weeks. And then for each day, you're going to see, like here, we're looking at Wednesday. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. I have the actual activity, what I did. And then I also have columns here for actual miles, time, and elevation gain. So when you scroll, sorry, I hope I'm not making you dizzy, to the end of the plan here, you're going to see I just have some total columns. So you can see the total equivalent miles, the total time, and total elevation gain. Then at the very end, I'm also manually tracking how many actual miles I did run in this week. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I was coming out of an Achilles rehab cycle, so I wasn't able to run that frequently. And quite frankly, even if I scroll down to current weeks, I'm maintaining around 20 to 25 miles a week actually run for now while I still come out of that PT cycle. So if you're also coming out of injury, this is just generally speaking a really great thing to do. To again track your total effort for the week here, and then also kind of keep track of how many miles you're running, so you're making sure that you're not increasing that number too much week over week. So I'm going to show you how this works. If let's say on Thursdays I tend to do these kind of climbing days, so you'll see like Stairmaster in here quite a lot. And how I record equivalent miles is I'm looking for my heart rate to be about the same as what I would see on a run, and then to spend the same amount of time on the stairs, or this could also be a treadmill hike, as I would running. So, for me, a 5 to 6 mile run, okay, it's going to take, about an hour if I was on trails. So again, my heart rate's in about the same zone. So, maybe like 140s average. And then I'm working out for an hour. So I actually calculate these total miles based on the calories that I burned. So if I'm out on a 5 mile run, let's say, I know how many calories I burn on that run. And so I just kind of look at my watch when I'm at the gym. And again, assuming my heart rate is about the same as a run, I just wait to hit that calorie mark and then I log it, right? So that is the purest way of measuring effort, right? So again, if you're really obsessed with seeing your total miles for the week, all you have to do, if you're doing the Stairmaster, you're doing a treadmill hike, just watch your heart rate, try to keep it around in the same range that you'd see it on a run, and then, look at your calories burned and say, oh, okay, yeah, that's usually what I burn on a 5 or 6 mile run. And, I'm going to call it there. And again, you also do this by time, right? So if normally you'd go out on a 1 hour run on a particular day, again, keeping the effort level the same, that's how I track a quote unquote equivalent miles. And this works, right? I have trained for complete ultra marathons using this method, right? Only running 3 to maybe 4 days a week tops, and then cross training another 3 days a week and using this time on feet or equivalent mileage model. So actually, if you go over here, my total miles, you'll see even as I scroll down, getting, between 35 to 40 miles a week pretty consistently, I'd actually be not in a horrible place to complete a 50K with this kind of weekly volume. I might want to do, some longer runs on Saturdays, but overall, you could accumulate a ton of great miles. So again, if you're really interested and you're a super data nerd like I am, and you want to find out, how do I integrate cross training into my ultra marathon training plan, you could use a spreadsheet like this. And, again, you'll get that total mileage number to make yourself feel just a little bit more comfortable. So I hope you all found this helpful. Again, if you're interested in any training plan templates or more content like this, check out my Patreon site. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.